Good morning, welcome to the video. So it is Friday the 14th of February. Valentine's Day if you prefer. So this week we've got to Friday and I haven't really got any content, anything worthy of actually showing you. Most of the week has been spent in the office, contacting all my existing clients, asking them whether they're happy to go ahead with the new season, etc, etc. I think everyone but 3 have got back to me, but they maybe it could be half term, they could be away, so I'm not majorly bothered at this stage by that. I'm sure they'll be in contact soon enough, certainly because I sort of know those ones in particular as well. So yes, it is Friday now. As I say, haven't had much to show you, also because as you may obviously remember, I hurt my hand just before Christmas, and then last week it was hurting quite a bit. I've actually ended up back in hospital getting it looked at, and next week I've got to see a hand specialist because I think I've damaged the tendons, which maybe because I did it just before Christmas and then rested, it wasn't too much of a problem, but as soon as I've sort of gone back to doing proper work and things, maybe the tendon was just about, you know, hanging on for dear life, and I've just gone and pushed it over the edge. So I don't know, but for a couple of days this week the hand's almost been unusable. So yeah, it's really just been office work. It's currently about 1 degree, and what you'll see is I've got the big henchman, and the reason is you can see at the top of these boxes, with my henchman I can't get to them, so I just want to get up to the top and just get the shape in on the top before we lose it completely. So that's the main goal for today at this particular garden. I am then waiting on a delivery of tools. Some of the tools are mine, and some of them I'm using to demo. So when they turn up, hopefully I'll be able to put one of them certainly straight into action. So more of that when they turn up at about 10:30 today. It's currently about 8:30. So yeah, I'm going to get those topped off, and 10:30 when the delivery turns up, I'll show you what I've got. So the delivery is just disappearing, and what we've got is my aerator back. So there's just a few things I needed tweaking with it and fixing with regards to the belt and stuff like that. So yeah, that's all done. And the Bluebird, he's done those up. The Bluebird chipper, which is going to be quite interesting. The way I sort of see it is with waste, getting rid of waste becoming a more and more of an issue. This is, you know, chipping the waste is the future. Whether it means chipping it because you can remove more waste in one sitting, or chipping it just to leave it on site, whether that's just to blow it back into the rough or whatever, or chipping it because you might, you know, be able to use it as a mulch or something like that at a later date. Who knows? But it gives you a few more options, and certainly something like this that you can put in the back of the van and take into any garden is definitely the future. So yeah, it'd be interesting to have a good go with this and a good explore, and see what it can do. So if in doubt, always investigate, I think. So I'm working next door, but one of my clients, the next door neighbour's burglar alarm's going off. So we'll go and have a look, see what's going on. A bit of fun, if nothing else. So that's weird. It's actually the house I was working at. So we'll go back and see why that's set off. I know she's got cats, so maybe a cat's gone upstairs or something. she's left the door open, who knows. Okay, so I'm quite limited for time today, but I've got a chipper, so I may as well have a go with it at least. I've got these bays set up here. This is where I had the bonfire, and obviously I built it up as much as I can. This stuff hasn't burnt in, so normally I just sweep this up, put it into the compost pile, but we'll chuck it through and see what it does with the laurel. A laurel is a lot of stuff I need to get rid of. See if it can manage it. Let's give it a go. Okay, so that massive ring of laurel, obviously I haven't got all of it yet, but you saw what it did look like, has now condensed down into that. So I'm actually really impressed. So with a lot of chippers and shredders, from what I understand, is that obviously the more woodier they are, or the more stalk-like, the better they are, because you can feed it in, it can grip it and pull it through. When you're just literally just chucking in leaves, it's a bit harder, one, because it's not going to feed itself as it should, so then you might have to use a stick or a twig or something quite substantial to sort of get it going. So essentially this is all it was, really. There wasn't too much stalky stuff. It was all piles of leaves, really, but it's managed to get through it. There's a couple of times where it's sort of, there's a bit too much and you've had to I had to give it a poke with an appropriate twig. So as I say, it's a very short week this week. What with the amount of sort of office work and also my hand. So with regards to the alarm, I can only assume that it was the cat on the inside. I walked around the house, no sort of signs of someone creeping in while I was in the back garden, and all I can assume is that the cat's knocked something over, which has set the alarm off. So yeah, so that's all sorted. Cleaner's here now anyway, and before she turned up the alarm did turn off. Next week it really starts. So next week I'll start all the iron treatments, first mows of the year, etc, etc, as well as obviously there's a few jobs where I need to use this chipper, so I'll be doing those as well. So yeah, it will all be kick-starting next week. And obviously, as I call it, a week in lawn care. There's not much lawn care going on, but yeah. Hopefully from next week onwards, saying that, we'll probably have snow, but there you go. Anyways, see you next week. Just a reminder, in case you haven't seen it, I recently put out the CAMON Scarifier quick release cartridge video. In it you'll see me change a cartridge over in real time, and then we've got John from Trackmaster just explaining a little bit more about it, which was in one of my other videos, but if you haven't seen that, then just watch this one. If you do and you like it, or you find it helpful, please give it a like. That is really helpful to me.